Hello students, let's start new chapter. Chapter number 12, Algebraic Expressions. Now, we have come across some simple algebraic expressions like x plus 3, y minus 5, 4x plus 5. This you have learned in the simple equation chapter. Now, algebra. Algebra is a branch of mathematics, and expressions are central concept in algebra. And this chapter is devoted to algebraic expression. When you study this chapter, you will come to know how algebraic expressions are formed, how they can be combined, how we can find their values, and how they can be used. Next topic, how are expressions formed? We combine variables and constants to make algebraic expressions. Now what is variable? Variable, you have learned about the variable. Variable, it can take various values. That means that the value of variable is not fixed, its value varies. For variables we use letters xy, lm, pq, ab and etc. to denote variables. Constants. Constants, it has fixed value. Example, 4, 100, minus 17, 1.2, 3 by 2, minus 1.2, minus 3 by 2. These are constants. Now we will see examples of algebraic expressions. So here, this is one algebraic expression, 4x plus 5. Now how it is formed? So here, first of all, this part 4x is formed by constant 4 multiplied with variable x. So that's why it is formed 4x. Afterwards, this part 5, constant 5 is formed, and when these two parts 4x and 5 are added together, we got expression 4x plus 5. Next, expression 3x square minus 5. In this expression, this part 3x square is formed using constant 3, and it is multiplied with x and again with x. It is formed 3x square, and from this part 3x square 5 is subtracted, so that's why we got this expression 3x square minus 5. Last example, 4xy plus 7. What are the variables? So here we can see that this x and y are variables, and this 4 is constant, and in this other part this 7 is a constant. There are no variable in this other part. How it is formed? So when constant 4 is multiplied with variable x and it is multiplied with variable y, we get the product of these three, we get 4xy, and this product is added to the constant 7, we get expression 4xy plus 7. Next topic, terms of an expression. Here again we will see two examples. Here expression 4x plus 5. How it is formed? This first 4x part, it is formed by multiplying constant 4 with variable x, and afterwards this product 4 and x is added to constant 5, we got the expression 4x plus 5. In this another example, 3x square plus 7y, first this part 3x square is formed. How? When 3 is multiplied with x and multiplied with x, that means product of these three things, 3x and x, that means constant 3 and variable x and x, we got 3x square, and for 7y, when we multiply constant 7 with variable y, we get 7y, and when we combine them with addition, arithmetic operation addition, we got 3x square plus 7y. You will find that the expressions we deal with can always be seen this way. Number one, they have parts which are formed separately and then added. Such parts of an expression which are formed separately first and then added are known as terms. So here we have seen that in this 4x plus 5, this part 4x first separately combined, and then it is separately combined, that means here it is formed, and then it is added to the other part. So these parts are called terms. So here we can see that in this expression there are two parts, 4x and 5. So here in this expression there are two terms, 4x and 5. Similarly, in this example 3x square plus 7y, first this part 3x square is formed, then this 7y part is also formed, and then they are combined with arithmetic operation addition. So we got this expression. That's why here there are two terms, number one 3x square and number two 7y. Now in general sense, example like this 4x square minus 3xy, here there are two terms are there, number one 4x square and number two 3xy. But in general sense we use always addition. For an example, when I describe this expression, what I say, there the term 4x square is added to the term minus 3xy. This term 4x square, first it is formed, that is constant 4 multiplied by x and is added to this term which is formed by minus 3xy, formed by minus 3 multiplied by x multiplied by y. So this 4x square is added to the term minus 3xy. So in this chapter generally we use word added always. We do not have to use subtraction, we will use added, and therefore here we can say that 4x square is added to minus 3xy. Next topic, factors of term. A term is product of its factors. If we take this one example 4x square minus 3xy, here there are two terms 4x square and minus 3xy. Now how this 4x square is formed? When we multiply constant 4 with variable x, again with variable x, we get 4x square. That means this 4x square is nothing but a product of factors 4, x and x. So that's why this 4, x and x are the factors of the term 4x square. Similarly, this another term minus 3xy. So in this term is formed by multiplying minus 3 with x and y. So this is a product of factors. This term minus 3xy is the product of factors minus 3, x and y. So this minus 3, x and y are the factors of this term. So these are called, this is a concept of factors. Now we can represent the terms and factors of the terms of an expression conveniently and elegantly by tree diagram. What is tree diagram? Let's see. So here we will take same example 4x square minus 3xy. Here we will write expression. Now afterward we will use continuous lines, and how many terms are there? So here two terms are there, 4x square and minus 3xy. So using continuous line we will divide this into two parts, this one part and this is second part. And then we will write terms. Here we will write terms. So here in first part, first term 4x square, and in second part minus 3xy. Afterwards we have to use dot line. Here we will write factors of the term. As we have seen earlier that this 4x square has three factors, 4, x and x. Again 4 is constant and this x is variable which is multiplied by 2 times, so we get x square. So here factors are 4, x and x. We have to represent it by dotted line, keep in mind. Similarly in minus 3xy, there are three factors, minus 3, x and y. So we have to use dotted line to represent minus 3, x and y. So this is how we have to form tree diagram. First expression, then we have to use continuous lines to represent terms, and afterwards we have to use dotted line to represent factors. This you have to keep in mind. For terms you have to use continuous line, and for factors you have to use this dotted line. Now whenever you draw tree diagram, use scale and pencil to draw tree diagram. Let's see another example. Okay, next example. Expression 5xy plus 10. Clearly we can see that here two terms are there, 5xy and 10. So we will represent these two terms using continuous line, 5xy and 10. Now here clearly we can see that this 5xy is a product of constant 5, variable x and y. So when we multiply with 5x and y, we get 5xy. So here we will represent factors of 5xy with dotted line. Now in this second term, here only constant is there. There are no variables. So here we do not have to write any factors. We do not have to draw any dotted line. As in any expression, when you have to draw tree diagram, if there is only constant term is there, constant term means only the numerical value, no variables with that term. So we do not have to draw a dotted line. Okay, we have to put it as it is. Next topic, coefficients. The numerical factor is said to be the numerical coefficient or simply the coefficient. Let's take one example. This is one expression having only one term, 5xy. Now what are the factors of this term? That is 5, x and y. Now out of this 5xy, we know that this 5 is constant, x and y are variable. The numerical factor of the term. So here we can clearly see that this 5 is a numerical factor. So this 5 is called the coefficient of the term. Or we can write 5 is coefficient of xy. Similarly, in another example, 10xyz. This is the one expression. In this expression, this term is formed with product of 10, constant 10, variable x, y and z. Here we can clearly see that this 10 is a numerical factor. So that's why this 10 is called coefficient of x, y, z. You have to keep in mind one note that we do not represent a numerical coefficient 1 in an expression. For an example, 1x we write as only x. If positive 1 is coefficient is there, so we do not have to write this way plus 1x. We have to write just only x. Now what about negative 1, minus 1? So for minus 1 multiply x, that is minus 1x, we have to write an expression directly minus x. We do not have to write minus 1, we have to use only negative sign, that is minus x. Similarly, for this expression minus 1 x square y square, it can be written as minus x square y square. Now, the word coefficient is used in a more general way. How? So, for this phi xy, we can say, first of all, we know that this phi is a numerical coefficient of xy, so phi is coefficient of xy. Also, we can write that this x is a coefficient of other factors, that is phi y. And similarly, this y is a coefficient of other factors phi x. Let's see another example. 10x y square. Here this is expression. In this expression, we can say that 10 is a coefficient of xy square. Similarly, we can say that for x, that x is a coefficient of other products 10y square. X is a coefficient of 10y square. And similarly, this y square is a coefficient of 10x. Thus, in more general way, a coefficient may be either a numerical factor or an algebraic factor. Like and unlike terms. What is like terms? When terms have the same algebraic factors, they are like terms. And what is unlike terms? When terms have different algebraic factors, they are unlike terms. Now, how we can say these are like terms or unlike terms? We will see one example. Here there is one expression is there, 2xy minus 3x plus 5xy minus 4. So here we will see these two terms, 2xy and 5xy. So here we can see then 2xy and 5xy. Now this 2xy is formed when constant 2 multiplied with x multiplied with y. That is, these are the factors 2x and y of 2xy. Similarly for 5xy, 5x and y are the factors of 5xy. Now for like and unlike terms, you have to see only algebraic factor. You do not have to consider these numerical factors. So students, keep in mind, whenever you have to find like and unlike terms, you have to see only the algebraic factors, that means variables, not constants. So here we can see that in these two terms from this expression 2xy and 5xy, here algebraic factors are x and y. Similarly in 5xy, algebraic factors are x and y. So that's why these two terms are like terms. Again, in this 2xy and 5xy, the algebraic factors x and y are same in these two terms. That's why these are called like terms. Another example. From this expression, if we take 2xy and minus 3x and we write its factors, for 2xy that is 2x and y, and for minus 3x, minus 3 and x. Now what we have to see? We have to see only algebraic factors. So here in 2xy there are two algebraic factors are there, x and y, and in minus 3x there is one algebraic factor, that is x. So here in these two terms, in this second term, y is missing. So here these two terms algebraic factors are not same, and that's why these two terms are unlike terms. Okay, when you have to find like and unlike terms, you have to keep in mind these things. Number one, ignore the numerical coefficient. Concentrate on the algebraic part of the terms. For an example, if we take two terms, 3xyz and 7xyz, and we have to find that these two terms are like or unlike terms, we do not have to see its numerical coefficient, that means these 3, okay, and here 7. Only we have to concentrate on algebraic part, that this one xyz, xyz, and here we clearly see that in these two terms algebraic part, here xyz and xyz, these are same, and that's why these two terms are like terms. Similarly, next, check the variable in the terms, they must be the same. Here, first of all, we have to ignore numerical part. So here we can see that in this 3xy, there are algebraic factors are x and y, and in this 4xz, algebraic factors are x and z. Now, what you have to do, see that these algebraic factors should be same. Here x and x are same, but here y and z, these are not same. So here xy there and here xz. So these two terms does not have same algebraic factors. That's why these are unlike terms. So what you have to keep in mind, that variables in the terms should be same. So here in xy, here xy is a variable, and here xz is a variable, x and z is a variable. Here x and y are not same with x and z. That's why these two terms are unlike terms. Third thing you have to keep in mind, that check the powers of each variables in the terms. They must be the same. Here these two terms are there. Here 3x square y and here 7xy. Now when we see the variables, so here variables are x and y. Similarly in this term 7xy, variables are x and y. So what comes in our mind, that these two terms are like terms, but no, you have to see the power of the term. That means when we further factorize this term, we get algebraic factors x, x and y. X comes here 2 times. Okay, this 2 times x comes in 3x square y. When we further factorize the 7xy, we get algebraic factors, that is x and y. Here x comes only 1 times. Here in 3x square y, x comes 2 times. That's why these variables are not equal. So that's why what you have to check, you have to check the power of the variable. Here you can see that power of the variable is 2 in 3x square y, and here in 7xy power of the variable is 1. If nothing is written, that means the power is 1. So power of this here variable x in 7xy it is 1, and in 3x square y power of the variable x is 2. So that's why these two terms are unlike terms. Also you have to keep in mind, in deciding like terms, two things do not matter. Number 1, the numerical coefficient of the term, as we have seen, and number 2, the order in which the variables are multiplied in terms. For an example, here we will look two terms, 3x square y and 7yx square. Now here the order is changed. Here x square y is there, x square comes first and then y comes. Here y comes first and then x square. So order is changed, but the variables are same. Here you can see then the power of variable x is 2. Similarly here power of variable is x is 2, and another variable here in 3x square y is y. Similarly another variable in 7yx square, it is y. So when we factorize, okay, further we factorize, if you do not understand like terms, you have to factorize and you have to see that we will get algebraic factors x, x and y. Similarly in 7yx square, you will get algebraic factors y, x and x. That means these two algebraic factors are same, and that's why these two terms are equal. That means the order of variable doesn't matter. Okay, these are like terms. Next topic, monomials, binomials, trinomials and polynomials. Here definition number 1, an expression with only one term is called monomial. Means, for an example, here 7xy, in this expression only one term is there, and that's why this expression is called monomial. Similarly in this another expression minus 5m, only one term, so it is monomial. Similarly, expression having only a constant term, here only 4 is there and only one term is there, so this 4 is also called monomial. Next, an expression which contains two unlike terms is called binomial. What you have to keep in mind, you have to see expression, and in this expression there are total two terms there which are unlike, then we can say that that expression is binomial. For an example, here x plus y, two terms are there, term 1 x and term 2 y, and they are unlike terms, so that's why this expression is called binomial. Similarly, m minus 5, their expression is made from one term m which is variable and another term minus 5 which is constant. These are two terms, so that's why it is called binomial. Similarly, a square minus b square, there are two terms are there, one is a square and another one is minus b square. These two terms are there, that's why it is called binomial. Next definition, an expression which contains three unlike terms is called a trinomial. For an example, x plus y plus 7, here we can see that there are three terms are there, x, y and 7, and there are unlike terms, so that's why this expression is called trinomial. Similarly, ab plus a plus b, here there are three terms are there, ab, a and b, and they are unlike terms. As we can see that in this first term the algebraic factors are a and b, in second only a, and in third only b, so they are unlike terms, and therefore this expression is called trinomial. Now we will see some expressions which are not trinomial. For an example, here ab plus a plus b plus 5, here we can clearly see that here there are four terms, and because of these four terms it does not call trinomial. Next, here x plus y plus 5x, when we see this expression we clearly say that it is trinomial. No, the definition of trinomial says that three unlike terms, here three terms are there but they are not unlike. As we can see that this x, this term x and term 5x, they are like terms. How? Their algebraic factors are equal, that is x and here x. In 5x algebraic factor is x and here x, so its algebraic factors is equal, they are equal, x and x, so that's why these two are like terms and this y is unlike term. So here there are only two unlike terms are there in this expression, one this x and 5x the like terms, and this one y which is unlike terms. Only two terms are there, that's why it is called binomial, not trinomial. Next, now if we define this way, so we have to give so many names, so different terms. For 4 terms we have to give another name, for 5 terms we have to give another name. So in general sense, what we use, an expression with one or more terms is called polynomial. For any expression having one or more terms, it is called polynomial. So the monomial, binomial and trinomial are also polynomials. So for 3 terms we have defined that if one term is there then it is monomial, 2 terms are there then it is binomial, 3 terms are there unlike terms then it is trinomial, but more than that it is polynomial, and also binomial, monomial and trinomial are also polynomials. Let's revise what we have learned. We have learned about expression. X plus 4 is an expression. In this x plus 4, x is a variable and this 4 is a constant. Then we have learned about term of expression. In this expression 4xy plus 3z, there are 2 terms, as this 4xy is separately formed by combining 4x and y, and afterwards it is added to the 3z. So here there are two terms, 4xy and 3z, and they are combined by arithmetic operation addition. Next, factors of term we have learned. If we take expression 4xy minus 3z, so what are the factors of the term? So 4x, here two terms are there, 4xy and minus 3z. In 4xy, what are the factors? So here numerical factor is 4 and algebraic factors are x and y. So when we multiply 4 by x by y, we get 4xy. Similarly, for the factors of term minus 3z, numerical coefficient is minus 3, numerical factor is minus 3, and algebraic factor is z. Then we have learned about coefficient. Here, for the term here, expression phi xy, phi is called numerical coefficient of the term phi xy. Phi is called the numerical coefficient of the term. Also, we have learned in general sense that phi is a coefficient of xy. Then for x, for this expression phi xy, x is a coefficient of phi y and y is a coefficient of phi x. Then we have learned about like and unlike terms. Here, if we take these two terms 4xy and 9xy, then what we have to do, we have to compare their algebraic factors. So in 4xy, algebraic factors are x and y, and in 9xy, algebraic factors are x and y. So these two algebraic factors are same in these two terms. So that's why these two terms are like terms. Now we will see another example. Here one term is 4x square y and another term is 9xy. In 4x square y, algebraic factors are x, x and y. And in 9xy, algebraic factors are x and y. So here in these two terms, algebraic factors are not same. Here 2 times x comes, here only 1 time x comes. That's why here algebraic factors are not same. So that's why we can say that these two terms are unlike terms. And last, we have learned about the monomial, binomial and trinomial. Monomial means an expression in which only one term is there, that is 4x is a monomial, and constant 9 is also a monomial. Then we have learned about binomial. Binomial means an expression which have two unlike terms. Here 4x plus 9 is a binomial. Then we have learned about trinomial. That means an expression which have three unlike terms. Here 4x plus 9y plus 3 is a trinomial. And then we have learned in general polynomial. Polynomial is what? It is an expression which has one or more terms. It is called polynomial. These are all polynomials. Monomial, binomial, trinomial are also called polynomial. And more than that terms, 4 terms, 4x, 9y, 3z, plus 1 and so on. These are called polynomials.